I had asked one of my best friends to introduce me to her, and yeah, I was like, you have to introduce me to her. He was like, I don't know if she's like in a place in her life where she's like wanting to like meet anyone. I was like, I really couldn't give a fuck less. I'm not either, but I'm gonna meet her.
Yeah.
We need to be at least be friends. Like I need to know her like super bad. And so then he introduced me to her, and she was so fucking mean to me. And I was like,
wait, in what
hot.
way? You liked that?
Loved it. But she's scary. She's like, yeah. Well, she's like from the UK, so like her humor is also super different.
Right,
But she was also just such a bitch.
Like, what did she say?
Well, I was like, I've heard so much about you. And she was like, why are you talking so much about me then? And I was like,
she's really negging you.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God. And then speaking of negging, the next time we talked, we were talking about cars, because I love cars, and also the movie. So we were talking about cars, and she was telling me what kind of car she drove at the time. And I was like, oh, that's so interesting. I wouldn't like peg you for someone who would drive a car. And she looked at me, or who would drive a car, who would drive that kind of car. And she was like, oh, you don't want to peg me? And I was like, I was a freak. I was like, I was like, I am so confident and so like
she topped a top.
She literally topped to top. She out flirted me.
She tip-topped to top.
She tiptoed on my top.
You like confidence.
Love.
Okay.
Love.
And so she's super confident, and then you're like, okay, now she's a challenge.
Yeah, of course. I was like, now I'm like, you want me so bad. Just say it. You want me.
That is true.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. And so then you started dating.
Yeah, then we started dating.